Okay, these are the different arrests that we talk about, the actual arrest. But the Terry stop here, they talk about Terry stop. Reasonable suspicion, not to be confused with probable cause. Terry stop bases reasonable suspicion that criminal activity is afoot. Something's going on in the neighborhood, and you have the right for brief investigatory detention, stop and ask some questions to determine if there is some crime going on, right? But a person just walking down the street, unless there's some kind of call that they match a description, you have no right to stop them. You have to articulate reasonable suspicion, right? What does reasonable suspicion have to do with the person you're stopping? You have to be able to articulate the reason that you're stopping. Okay. Any law to stop an individual is great. Here's the case in point. I was working undercover at the mall. Undercover on Thanksgiving weekend, back in the day when you were allowed to go all shopping on Black Friday, right? Me and my partner riding the bikes all around the mall. I see a guy at his car. He immediately gets out of his car and goes back to his trunk. Pops the trunk. Is that illegal? Do I have enough for reasonable suspicion? Not really. I seen him leaning in the trunk and kind of keeping his hands tight to him, and he's kind of leaning all the way over, right? And then looking around, target searching, right? Put something down the front of his pants. I have no idea. Is that illegal? Don't know. Is there a crime being committed right there? Nope. But all this little information is being added up, right? So what I love best in the world is I would say 80 to 90% of criminals smoke. God, love it. Woo, get that cigarette, right? Get that cigarette. I love it. Here's the reason why. Because I get him, he sees him, he starts lighting up a cigarette. Yes, good job. Because what's going to happen to that cigarette? What is going to happen to the cigarette? 99.999999% of the people who smoke, right? Bing! There goes the cigarette. That's exactly what he did. Exactly what he did, okay? So, when that cigarette goes whee in the air, lands on the ground, I have more than reasonable suspicion to stop him. He has now committed a crime against the Minnesota Muni Code, which is a littering crime. Cannot do that. Good enough. Mine, right? So I ride my bike up to him. Here I go. I'm riding. Get my badge out. Hi, how you doing, sir? Minnesota Police. I need to stop and talk to you. Oh, you're going to stop and talk to me, officer? Why? Takes off running, right? Oh, you want to run? I like to run. We're both going to run. Here we go. We're running, right? Bad guy's running. I'm running after bad guy. All of a sudden, I see bad guy reach down to the front of his waist and toss like that. And you can hear metal hitting the ground. And you can see in slow motion a gun sliding across the parking lot. And of course, I yell, gun! Right? Because if there's one gun, there possibly could be two guns. If there's two guns, there possibly can be three guns, right? Well, he heard me yell gun, it goes sliding, he runs in the mall. I chase him all through the mall and end up taking him into custody. So, based upon something so simple, starting out as reasonable suspicion, turning up into enough to get there, all right? So once you believe that, you can go to your Terry pat down, where again, you have reasonable belief that a person is armed, patting down for outer clothing only, all right? I had a guy, gang member, Asian gang. Remember I told you guys I worked Asian gang 7 years. And I saw him walking across the parking lot. Here he is walking across the parking lot. He sees Officer Gonzalez, looks at me, makes eye contact. Woo! Head goes down. He's walking across the street. And this is what he kept doing. As he's walking across the street in his gang member outfit and his gang member hat, right? He kept looking down, up, down, up, down, up. Was he exercising while he was walking across the street? I don't know. But based on my experience and training, I can articulate the fact that gang members are known to carry guns. I have a right. I can articulate the facts based upon my experience and training, and I know, followed by the target glance, down, up, down, up. He is looking towards his waistband, which is a area known to harbor guns, right? So I have enough. I make a stop. How you doing, Mr. Gang Member? Turn around, face away from me, put your hands behind your back. I'm going to conduct a pat down of your person. Lo and behold, ding, 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 ding. Gang member has a gun. Gang member now is under arrest. This is our third video here. I have now probable cause to arrest gang member and conduct a full search of his person, right? And he is under arrest for having the gun. So there you go. You've just gone through 3 different scenarios there. So here's what I want you guys to do on this example here. I want you to create a scenario. Okay, and then some people are like, oh my gosh, what's a scenario? Woo! Text, Miss Gonzalez. Let me text you. Oh my gosh, what's a scenario? What am I supposed to do? That means you make something up, right? Like I told you a true story. I told you a true story about what happened at the mall. I told you a true story about the gang member with a gun, right? You create a story that identifies a Terry stop, okay? So you're going to identify a Terry stop. You're going to identify a justifiable reason of why you stop somebody and pat them down. And then how it could be an arrest. It can be one leading all into another like I did that I showed you. Or it could be all independent, okay? There you go. Sally and Johnny, I'm asking you a question in class. So there you go. All right. Arrest and warrants. Unless there are exigent circumstances or there's an emergency or consent, the police may not enter a private home to make a warrantless arrest. You have to have those things in order to get in. You have a warrant. There's exigent circumstances, meaning that you better go in there because somebody's life's in danger, public safety is in danger, something bad is going to happen unless you get into that house. Okay? So something's going to happen. Arrest with a warrant. Many states require officers to have a warrant of arrest for misdemeanors committed outside their presence. So that means an array of different things that out of their misdemeanors mean it's not that bad of a crime, but a minimum crime that they have to get a warrant before they can make arrests, which is kind of crazy because I used to make a lot of misdemeanor arrests that were committed and then ended up getting the person. All right. So tell me about it. You got two, right? Arrests. Or, I'm sorry, case. I'm all about arrest, right? 2 of the case decisions, Shamel versus California, Arizona versus Grant. Tell me your understanding of what it is. Don't give me the textbook version. Tell me after reading the textbook version what your understanding of it is in your own words. No copy and pasting, okay? Oh, I'm in the words. All right, Fresh Pursuit. Yes, love Fresh Pursuit, right? The Uniform Act of Fresh Pursuit provides that a peace officer of one state may enter another state in fresh pursuit. Bad guys are in California, cross over to Nevada, woo, right? We can follow them, Fresh Pursuit. Or if we get information, there's a kidnapping in California, and they take the bad guy into the next state, then you can continue that. Doesn't have to be right on the tail. It can be investigative, going on and on and on, following up leads, okay? And you want to arrest the person who committed the felony. Because you're going into another state, you do have limited arrest powers. And when you go to another state, especially when it's Fresh Pursuit. All right? This video here is Fresh Pursuit video. It's disturbing. Because real bad guys are getting arrested, right? Real bad guys things are happening. So watch this video here. Tell me how it involves Fresh Pursuit into this, and not from one state, but Fresh Pursuit and how it involves And
Vicky, we're going southbound towards the Quick Trip. Southbound towards Quick Trip. Let me see your hands.
Yep, see the hands. Definitely want to see the hands, right?
We're going to the park.
Okay.